Like, subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos from PHN Learn. For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Android Studio tutorial provided by PHN Technology Private Limited. In this video, we are going to learn about implicit intent of call. So, what we have to do is, we have to connect call from our application. So, whenever we have to connect a call, we use the dialer app that is present in our mobile phone. That's correct. But if you want to implement the functionality in your own app, for example, you are making an app for your client and you want your customers to contact directly. So, whenever they will click on the contact number, automatically the call should be connected. Okay. So, it happens in Swiggy or Zomato, the food ordering apps that you use. What happens mostly in those apps is, when you click on call the delivery partner, call the delivery boy, so automatically the call is connected. You don't need to type the number again. So, how to implement this functionality we are going to learn in this tutorial. So, I have already added a new project here, yes, in my Android Studio, and in this first let's go with the designing part. So, I'll first in the main activity main.xml file, I will change this constraint layout thing with linear layout. We'll give orientation, vertical. After this, we will have one edit text and one button. So, user will type the number in the edit text, and when click on the call button, automatically call will be connected. Okay. So, here first let me add an edit text, width, match parent, height, wrap content. We give hint property to the edit text. So, hint enter number, and as we have to get this number in our Java file, we will give the ID property to this edit text. Okay, let us say number. If you want to design it, you can give it margin top and other properties, 50 SP. I won't go with the other properties now. Yes, and second we need a button. Okay, so, I will create a tag button, wrap content, end of button tag, text, call, and we have to create the click event of the button. So, we will give it a ID as well, ID call. Now, after this, what we will do is, we will add a new functionality here. I will add an text view. After this button, we will give it text as contact the developer. Okay. So, this is a text view which is on which we have written contact the developer, means if user wants to contact the developer of the application, he will simply click on this text view. Now, we have to handle the click event of text view. It is handled in the same way as that of button. We will see it practically here. Contact the developer, we will design it a bit. Let us say text size 20 SP, gravity center, margin top 40 SP. Okay. And you can give gravity to your button as well, so that it will look good, and we will give a bit margin top. Okay, now when user will click on the call button, whatever number user has typed, the call will be connected to that number, whereas if user click on this text view, contact the developer, your predefined number will be connected. So, we will give that number, fixed number, that number will be fixed, it won't be changed. Okay. Yes. And we are going to create the click event of text view, so we will have to give ID to this text view also. Let us say developer. Okay. So, now we have three controls, a text view, a edit text and a button. Let us move to our Java file. In this Java file, first of all, we will have to create objects. Now, while creating the objects of the components, do not type the whole name, always go for the suggestions. Say button. So, if you type the whole thing, you will get an error because the library is not imported. So, to import it, button, call, then we have an edit text, number, and we have a text view, okay, text view developer. Okay. So, these are the three controls that I have to use. Now, first step is completed, I have created the objects. Next step is object initialization, and we initialize the objects in onCreate method. So, I will come in onCreate method. First we will initialize the button object, find view by ID, find view by ID, r dot id dot, what was the ID of the button? Call. Okay. Next is number equals to find view by ID, r dot id dot number, and third one is developer, developer, developer equals to find view by ID, r dot id dot developer. Now, you have to initialize all the objects that you have created. We cannot use an object without initialization, it will throw null pointer exception. Okay. I have created, initialize the objects. Now, the third step is on click event. So, first we will create the on click event of button. So, call dot set on click listener new space capital O enter. So, till this semicolon here, this whole thing is the click event of the button call. Inside this click event, what should happen? Now, when user clicks on the call button, first of all the number that user has typed in the edit text should be get it. So, to get it, we will create string num equals to number dot get text dot toString. So, whatever user has typed in this number edit text will now be stored. You can apply validation, like if it is blank, it will show error. So, if num dot equals blank, okay, means user hasn't typed any number. So, we will set error number dot set error, please enter a contact number. Else means if user has typed something in the edit text. So, in that case call should be connected. Now, how to connect the call? Again it is going to be an intent code. So, intent I equals to new intent. Now, we have to go to calling activity, and calling activity is indicated by intent dot action underscore call. Okay, just like in camera we use media store, here we use intent dot action underscore call. Now, we have to pass this contact number along with the intent here. Okay. Call should be connected, but to the given contact number that user has typed. So, along with this intent, data should also be passed. We can pass the data from one activity to other activity. Okay. So, what I will do is we have to pass the contact number along with the intent, and for that purpose we will use intent dot set data. Now, here we cannot pass the contact number as it is, we have to convert that contact number to URI first. See how to do it. URI dot parse first tell colon plus num. Now, what is the thing that we have did here? So, URI is an internal format of Android which is used to parse something, okay? And tell colon indicates that the thing after this tell colon, it is like a key value pair for better understanding. So, if something is written with tell colon, it means what? Whatever is written after that is a number, it will be extracted and it will be connected to the call. This is the internal format, internal working of the Android calling activity. Just like we are designing our own activities, similarly Android activities are also designed. Okay. So, in that activity, what is the code written for incoming data? So, if the incoming data is appended, is added with tell suffix, tell is an internal word, okay? So, TEL, if it is written with the tell, it indicates that this is a contact number and we have to connect a call to that number. So, that is why what we have did is, we have tell colon number, we converted it into URI, so that URI is an internal format of the activity, calling activity. So we convert it to URI and then we set it to our intent. Now it is along with our intent, and then we will call here start activity I. So now it is showing us error. What is this error for? Again we are using an internal activity, internal hardware thing of a mobile phone, and for that purpose we will have to request permission from the user, and permissions are requested in manifest file. So we will go to the manifest file, and here above the application tag we will use for the permission, uses permissions for call. Okay, so call phone permission. Now permissions are of two types. First one is sensitive permissions and second one is insensitive. For example, if you are asking for internet, if you are asking for Bluetooth, so these are some insensitive permissions or not so important permissions. Okay? So they are granted you directly. But if you are asking for camera, camera can invade anyone's privacy. Like if someone is doing something and your app is automatically turning off the camera without user's consent, it might evade his privacy. So camera is considered as a sensitive permission. Location, any app can track us illegally, so it will again invade our privacy, and hence location is also a sensitive permission. Call and SMS, because call and SMS cost us money, right? My balance will be wasted if some app is unnecessarily connecting the call again and again or unnecessarily sending the SMS. So if my money is invested somewhere, I should give my consent to it. So these are the 4 permissions which are considered as sensitive permissions. Okay? Remaining, if you are using Bluetooth, if you are using Wi-Fi, hotspot, those are some primary things. Okay, like those things will not affect much to the user's privacy, and that is why they are considered as insensitive. So whenever you are using a sensitive permission, for example call phone, so still it will give error here. Your Java file will always give error for sensitive permissions, because at runtime user can deny those permissions. If I don't have balance, I will deny the permission for call. Okay, so my app will crash. That is why here it will give error. If it is the permissions error, you can ignore it. However, check once whether in manifest you have mentioned it. You need to mention it in the manifest, but no problem. So we'll run this program on emulator for now. Those who are confused about how to execute the program, please go to the first section of the tutorial. There you will find videos for execution of Android apps. Okay, so now my program is ready. Let's type a number here, let's say any dummy number, and click on call button. Now my app is stopping. Again it is because of the permissions. So we will go to the settings, apps and notifications, see all apps, okay, activity app, permissions. Now in permissions you will find that phone permission is denied. Click on this phone and allow it. Okay. Now again we will open our application, activity app, and here I will type a number and I'll click on call. So as we click on this call, it takes a minute and the call is connected to the given number. As it is emulator, I won't be able to connect it actually, but if you run it on your mobile phone, your call will be connected using your dialer. So we are redirecting from our activity to this dialer activity. Okay. Yeah, you can end this call. Now what I want is, whenever I'll click on this text view, contact the developer, nothing is happening. Your fixed number should be connected. This is our requirement. Okay, so let's say when I'll click on it, the number of PHN technology should automatically be connected. So for that purpose, we have created the object of text view, declared, initialize the object. We have to now create the click event of text view. Remember, if you are generating 2 click events in the same function, they should be one after the other. You cannot create events in interrelated to one another. So here is the click event of this button ending. After this semicolon, you have to write the click event of text view. So developer dot set on click listener, same method, new space capital O, enter. So this is the click event of object developer, means whenever we will click on this developer object which is text view, this action should happen. What should happen? Call should be connected to a fixed number as there is no edit text. So intent I equals to new intent dot action underscore call semicolon. Next we will have to set the data. So I dot set data URI dot parse tell colon whatever your number is. For example, for PHN technology it's 90964755 semicolon. Means you can directly pass the contact number hard coded in the string. If you want to keep it flexible, you can ask from the user. If you don't want to keep it flexible, fixed, you can directly pass it here. And after this we will have to start activity I. It will give error of the permission, no need to worry about it. We will execute our program and we will check the output. Yes, so as you can see here, if I enter a number and click on call, call will be connected, or if I directly click on this contact the developer, it will connect the call to 9096334755. Okay. But if you type a number here and if you click on call, then it will collect the call to the number that you have typed. Right? So this is all about the calling application that we have developed. You can design it more attractively and you can use it in your applications where you have to connect some emergency call or you want your customers to reach your client directly, so you can use this approach there.
For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.